Welcome you all for this KV Dialogue English version, and today we have a wonderful speaker, Prof.B.V. Ramanan. He has got wide experience in giving environment and impact of pollution on not only agriculture but animals and humans, and then there's a lot of other messages he can give us. So before he really speaks, we will just, for those of you who are attending our KhetiValah Dialogues for the first time, it will be a good opportunity for you to get a glimpse of what we do. We are consistently doing the good things since the beginning. Our motto is to help the farmers connect with the right people so that their agriculture initiatives are taken forward. This is K. Lakshman is the founder of KhetiValah, and the program is coming from Haldari Communications and Haldari KhetiValah Foundation. It's based out of India. Next slide, please. And it's an Android app, and it's very user-friendly. And those of you, those who are born after year 2000, I think you are born with the mobile phone. So apps are quite natural to every one of us. So farmers also need this kind of a modernization so that they can take their work rapidly, like how other industries have adopted to the mobile industry and software. Okay, next slide, please. So this software is able to connect the farmer like a one-stop shop. Like if you go to a super bazaar, you get everything in one building. So the software provides the farmer with knowledge, advice, market connects, and investors, everything at one place. And thereby the farmer will be financially free to focus on the job that farmer has to do and feed us. So the whole mankind is thankful to them. With that thankfulness, we started the KhetiValah programs. Next slide, please. So we have a number of activities with which we accomplish our mission. And KhetiValah has been doing good in terms of expanding its outreach. Now, obviously, we see nearly 50 people attending this evening session. Wonderful to see this interest in our programs. Okay, next slide, please. I would first focus on left-hand side corner, highlighted two activities, that is KhetiCorner and KhetiKendra. Later, I move to right-hand side, Kheti Purashkar and KhetiSamvad. So firstly, KhetiCorner, it is a D2C, that is direct to consumer. It can be worked in both ways for a farmer to get what the inputs farmer needs, or if the farmer wants to push some product directly to a consumer's home, like a discrete retail, rather than always selling it in bulk to some mediators. So KhetiCorner, every 5 kilometers, it is a wonderful opportunity to take the initiatives the cities are enjoying in the village. Like our previous president, illustrious president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, had a vision called Pura, that is provisioning of urban amenities in rural areas. And this KhetiCorner will be one of the best examples of doing so. And KhetiKendra is a group of villages. We have a center of excellence, provide guidance and modern practices, give insights on latest developments and technologies, and give more knowledge so that the farmers can get enriched. And the Kheti Purashkar is to thank people who have given their knowledge and time and wisdom to shape the outcomes positively for agriculture. It could be a speaker or an industrialist or a consultant or a government or all of them. So KhetiSamvad is a big event where all the agriculture machinery manufacturing companies, government officials, regulators, farmers, and producing organizations researchers and students, everyone joined together in a big event, face-to-face, somewhere in India to begin with, and then we go global later. Next slide, please. We have Kheti Kalyan and KhetiValah News. Later, I come to Dialogue and Kheti Kosha. Kheti Kalyan, as the name suggests, welfare of the farmers. And by connecting a farmer with a prospective investor, we have made both of them join hands. And KhetiValah News is all that the digital repository that we have been creating will be made available to the concerned people, the stakeholders who are consuming the information, to convert that insight into actionable work that results into generating revenue flow, and that positively impacts the mankind. Okay. KV Dialogue, this is an example of a KV Dialogue we are doing. This is like a 36th edition. We are doing it from the last more than a year. And Kheti Kosha is recognition of the fact that India has 179.9 million hectares of land, and most of it requires intelligent operations so that we optimally get the results out of the soil and make best use of the new trends of how to cope up with the challenges of crisis of water, or how to minimize waste, not wasting water, etc. Okay. We would wait for a moment when the speaker comes back. Yes, Ramya, yes. You are back on the video. Sir, stay on video only. Thank you. Next slide, please. And KhetiValah organization thankfully work with a number of other players in the industry so that we accomplish our mission. We work with those who have the seeds or crops, those who are specialists in the bore wells, or those who have machinery or spare parts suppliers, those who provide knowledge and guidance and support, insurance people, those who conduct buying and auctions or marketplace, those who normally deal with fertilizers and pesticides like that, or finance, banking industry. Finally, to provide a farming helping hand, that is what is farming as a service, kaulu, what we call it in a local Indian language. Okay, next slide, please. We are very fortunate by being able to churn out our programs in every possible other languages, like other than English. We are in Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, Bengali, Filipinos. And not only dialogues, we are doing theme-based discussions like urban krushi, that is urban farming, gardening, and woman-oriented agriculture, Nari Shakti. And we are going to expand our outreach to Kannada, Odisha, Punjabi, Assamese. These are Indian languages. Also internationally, we are going to Vietnamese, Indonesian, Namibian, even Japanese as well. Okay, next slide, please. So we have a very important announcement. We are going to conduct a very big event known as KhetiValah Global Agri Conclave 2024. And it is continually knowledge-packed experience over a period of 15 days to transform an individual from being a novice to a master. It's like a master class. Your masters in agriculture handed over to you in 15 days, because every day there will be 48 speakers talking on a focused topic. Like that, we have 15 different topics overall. Next slide, please. As I mentioned, these are the 15 topics. You could read them. And on each topic, every 30 minutes in a day, 48 speakers will speak and give you glimpses of their perspectives so that you get the complete knowledge of that subject matter. And next day, another subject matter. Like this, we are covering 15 topics and 720 speakers picked up from 25 countries. And we have connects with 100 plus non-government organizations, 150 business companies into agriculture, 100 and plus agri-tech companies. We want to impact all these programs to educate or and update 1,000 attendees, that is 10 lakh at 1 million attendees. Next slide, please. And we have a magazine, and I had an opportunity to taste coffee in Starbucks recently. That bill was 242 rupees, and this magazine is 150 rupees, less than one coffee mug. And it's a good magazine, not only the month in which it is printed, but it is eternal in nature, because the principles of agriculture remain constant actually. The weather might change and location might change and situations, but the concepts remain fairly fundamental. And so we strongly recommend you to talk to our organizers to get hold of subscription to this magazine, because it covers all that we do in dialogues and other activities by connecting with FPV organizations and also millets. As I mentioned, KhetiCorner, Kheti Purashkar, there is something called Kheti Guru, Kheti Spotlight, Agri Quiz. There was a lot of interesting things, woman-specific topics too. Okay, next. Agri-tourism. Okay, this is my history. Like, I worked in military. I was in National Informatics Center. Particularly for agriculture, I worked with the Bureau of Indian Standards to develop the drones usage in agriculture. And I have written a book chapter along with Dr. Gayatri Fade of Nashik and Professor S.N. Onkar. And I have a patent as well. Okay, next slide, please. I'm very happy and fortunate to bring towards you a doctorate of University Clinic in Baku, Azerbaijan, and Elementum Medical Editorial Services. He lives in Malleswaram, the temple location of India, Bangalore. So we're happy that he is going to talk about the adverse impact of pollution on terrestrial ecosystem that includes agriculture, maybe cattle, or even human beings, the entire flora, fauna, and nature. All of us are indirectly, directly affected by pollution, and we need to avoid. So welcome you, Professor Ramanan, and educate all of us. We are eager to hear, and then we have questions to ask after your speech. Thank you.
So thanks very much for the wonderful introduction. And I was really amazed to see the activities you are undertaking with your organization. So at the very outset, I wish you all a good evening. And I just request you whether I'm audible. Just tell me whether I'm quite audible to all. Dr. Kishore,
yes,
am I audible?
You are quite audible, sir.
Oh, thanks very much, Dr. Kishore. See, it's really wonderful to work with a veteran. See, who is doing a lot of work with reference to agriculture. Oh, let me come to the topic now. With big thanks to all of you for allowing me to share my views. See, I'm just sharing my views. I got about 30 years of experience in this field. So I am not trying to educate you, because I'm feeling most of you are quite educated, more educated about, we are more aware of the present day pollution problems that is faced by the agricultural sector, water, the pollution in water everywhere. So I'm only sharing, and see, it's only, please treat me as a peer. So, okay, at the very outset, what exactly is the problem that is ailing the Indian agricultural system with reference to terrestrial ecology? We all know that there's a food chain. Yeah, food chain is a one in ecology. I don't want to go very scientific, but let me put it in a very, very simple way. A food chain is actually nothing but a ecological web, a cycle in the ecosystem where one source of energy goes into the other through the ecosystem. For example, there are producers, there are herbivores, omnivores, like that. So everybody, as you know, we are dependent on some energy source, and for us, the main energy source is agricultural produce. When we say agricultural produce, we mean everything, not only one single crop, everything that comes out of the earth that is consumed by human beings. And of course, other animals. We are not going to go deep into that now. First, let me go one by one. Okay, what is pollution? Pollution is nothing but a negative event that affects the ecosystem. An ecosystem is part of the biosphere. Biosphere is nothing but a it is a system where human beings and other living beings are in close interaction with nature. So when I say the effect of pollution, the adverse effect of pollution on the health and other aspects of the terrestrial ecosystem, especially those living on the terrestrial, dependent on the terrestrial ecosystem, I first want to segment my lectures into four. One is what exactly is the type of pollution that is harming our terrestrial system, that is the land especially, and how this pollution on the terrestrial ecosystem is having a direct impact on the other ecosystems as well. That's the second aspect of segment I would like to talk. The third is the health impact of this pollution. And the fourth, of course, will be the discussion part. Dr. Kishore, I always request you that you can always give me guidelines as per your norms. If in case I deviate the time and all, you can always give me you are giving me 40 minutes. I will try to stick on to this time, because I mean your time means a lot to me. All of your time means a lot to me. So okay, the first segment. What exactly is the pollution that is affecting the terrestrial ecosystem today? Okay, let me start from industries. I don't say we should not industrialize. See, industry is a very essential part of every economy. Every country needs industries if it has to grow, and it has to definitely be there. What we ecologists are not against industries. We are against those stipulations that are not being followed. See, let it be. Now we are sticking onto the terrestrial ecosystem, because I don't want to. There are a lot of air pollution, all other things, hydrological pollution going on there. But let's talk about only terrestrial ecosystem. So what we are against.
Yeah, we are losing your
What is
voice,
stipulation?
sir. We are losing your voice, maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yeah, it is. Good, good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So what else what we are against is that we don't have strict stipulations for these industries to comply with the pollutional, I mean the ecological complaints, or whatever rules and regulations are being framed by different governments. I won't name any country, because it's global, I would say. See, lobbying, everything is global today. But I need to say something about those areas I have worked upon. In an area in Tamil Nadu, which I was working upon for my research, there has been an extensive seepage of oil into the soil from the refineries. So we were working on that particular project in 90s, not now. It was 30 years back. Okay, even 30 years back, the extent of pollution in this terrestrial ecosystem was so bad that it was affecting the native vegetative structure of the system. There were native grasses, there were native plants, there were herbs, shrubs, trees, everything. this refinery, what you call seepage from the local in that refinery, that area was completely having seepage. Where I mean, it is again the industry was supposed to take care of the seepage aspect, but they did not give much importance to that, perhaps, or the technology was not sufficient. We don't want to go to that now. So, but there was seepage. That seepage was from the oil refinery, and the soil was having lot of blackening underneath. See, the superficially, everyone would not will feel everything is fine. But when you go a little bit down, for example, about 1 feet, on 1.5 feet, you will be able to see the oil seepage visible even for a physical examination. No need to go to laboratories to test that whether there's an oil in that soil or not. You can have a physical feel of the oil around that area. At least up to 2 kilometers radius of the industry, there has been slow seepage over years. What see people think that okay, that's an industry that has that gives out a pollution, some pollutant, and it could be easily noticed only when you notice that you know that no, when it comes to your notice, a lot damage has already occurred. See, this is what I would like to just make a point here. Very important point. Most of the damage done to the terrestrial ecosystem from these refineries and other chemicals that are getting seepage. Like refinery, a lot of chemicals are also getting through the other sources. It just gets it seeps into the soil. And what are the effects? I'll tell you later, a little bit later. So only the visible damage. I mean, when you see that this visibly, the damage is done a lot. So it goes deeper, and far off, like it's it goes on. Okay, what are the effects we as researchers found out was that the native fungal flora we examined in the laboratory, few native fungal flora which were endemic to that region, and it was their niche. So we could see a decline in the population of the native fungal flora. Okay, why we should talk about fungi? Why not we talk about a plant? Why not we talk about a tree that has got damaged? No, that has got something more. I would like to tell you here. See, this microflora, I mean, when I say microflora, it is both bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms that are very much part of that particular ecosystem. When they get damaged, what happens? See, the entire food chain get disturbed. See, nitrogen fixation. The crop is dependent on nitrogen. We know all about. We do, see everyone here. Most of them know that the lightning fixes the atmospheric nitrogen is fixed during the process of lightning, and some bacteria work on that. So all these nitrates or kind of again gets into the plants again, or they become the proteins. All those things we have got through even in our elementary school level our classes. Everyone is aware of it. So this in just like I'm just talking about one process called nitrogen fixation. We are all part of a biogeochemical cycle. See, it affects the entire biogeochemical cycle. Once a bacteria in that zone is affected, the entire system is affected because the next cycle is broken. So this fungi is degrade. Most of the fungi, especially in this cycle, one is creation of that particular new chemical. The other one is degradation of the already existing chemical. For example, animal dies in that area, that gets degraded by some fungi in that area. So when that fungi is disturbed, so that the entire cycle is gone, degradation cycle is gone. So that is not replenished into the soil. So when it is not replenished into the soil, it cannot go into the next cycle. So what we are doing is breaking the chain. We are breaking the chain. When we break the chain in the biogeochemical cycle, so what is seemingly insignificant is mostly unnoticed. It's very significant and very vital. See, this is one example I tell you. See, this is oil things which we have really seen in the laboratory. So whatever fungi was growing and whatever the size of the spores, the size of the what you call hypha, that is the structure of the fungi. Everywhere that's a retardation. So ultimately, what happens slowly? There's a mutation, and the fungi is no more able to break down a particular what you call chemical that was already getting degraded by the presence of this fungi. So what happens? Enough nutrition. Slowly they start not only due to they start wrinkling, not only due to this particular pollution, but also due to an effect which we have not thought about. See, the sleek also affects the physical structure of the plants. See, directly. See, there are two effects. One is direct effect, one is the indirect effect. The direct effect, what happens? The plant gets affected because of the oil. The roots gets, their spores, the root, or they don't get enough water to take because of the soil leak. Next, what happens? Because of this breaking of this biogeochemical cycle, we don't get sufficient nutrients for the plants. So ultimately, what happens? This fungi is is this, and the plant is disturbed, and with the radius of the refinery or any other industry, like example is oil. When oil slick is there, it goes into that. We have never thought of oil slick from the refineries in the terrestrial system. Mostly we have been bothering about only the marine system. But maximum damage is being done to the terrestrial system by the seepage from these industries. One example is oil, the other one is chemicals. Yeah, why? How come chemicals go into soil? Because of improper what you call pipelines. Most of the pipelines take these chemicals to what you call river. We know that in India and in most of the countries, the solution for pollution is dilution. That is so never a degradation of the pollutant before going into the water body. Water body is there. The water body will take care. The microbes will take care. That's how we have let it. So most of the pollutants go into the water, or most river systems, streams, canals, wherever possible, without knowledge and with the knowledge of the government in most of the places. So they go in that process. The pipelines have seepages somewhere. That seepages goes into the soil. What happens? That's a big what do you call jinx here. Most of us have lot of agricultural fields around. We would have noticed when you go out into a countryside, there will be a big industry, and there will be a lot of beautiful fields around that. And even in cities, no, you see most of the industries are which are in the outskirts. There will be a lot of vegetation around that. So slowly, more, because never you have an industry amidst your what do you call society in your living, in your housing society. You don't have an industry. Most of the industries are in the outskirts, and outskirts where these industrial lands have been acquired only from farmers, either by force or by ordinance, or by giving them money. If it is a private land, they give my sufficient money. And most of the farmers previously, not now, were illiterates. So they would be easily convinced to do something. They would be promised what you call jobs. So they would be promised so many things in return, and a job in that industry perhaps. So this is how industry started that what you call getting into farmlands. So that's a big, very big topic. How that can be prevented, and what are the things can be done. Totally different topic. So in the way covering in my first segment, so one of the main pollutants, some of the pollutants, I told you, oil, chemicals. In chemicals, there are variable varieties of chemicals that are very harmful. Benzene, all those things are very harmful. They show an immediate effect. Some are slow poisons. They over a period of time they show the effect, right? One thing, okay, you may ask me one question. If only soil and vegetation is, I mean, the plants and all trees are affected, or something else is also affected. I told you in the very first point, in the very first outset, I said, see, we are in a food chain. That's something called food chain. This food chain is very, very important. I mean, in the ecosystem, and everybody is getting their energy source only through this food chain. Now, let's take one example. Suppose you are a vegetarian. You say, I believe in only vegetables, fruits, everything as the source of energy. Very good. So when I do that, I'm a vegetarian. Okay, what are the items I take? One primary vegetarian protein source is milk, right? So that's the first thing that takes that's one of the main energy sources that gets affected by this terrestrial pollution. How? Through the ecosystem food chain. That's grass that grows in a particular polluted area terrain. So that's what I told you. Let's talk about a chemical factory around which is releasing benzene into a water body nearby.
Again,
What do you
little
call
voice is
seepages
getting.
in the what do you call it? Hello,
Now
hello.
it is good,
Am
sir.
I, am I audible now?
It's okay, sir.
Okay. So there are so I told you. So this through the so the milk is a very important energy source for the vegetarians. Very good. So what happens is polluted through seepage takes in the pollutants also. See, the one most important thing we should notice: you feed the plants with, you feed the plants with water, but when you feed it with a polluted water, the pollutant will be absorbed into the system as well. So, like that, these chemical pollutants in the soil is through water will be there. You will be watering it. So through the water that gets dissolved and it will be absorbed through the roots at micro quantities. See someone questioned me in my open class, sir, how do you think that this much of pollution will enter the system? And you say, do you think that it will cause so much of health problems to the human beings or any animals that take it? It's very simple. See, there is one thing called biological magnification. Okay, this system, this also I would like to introduce here. This biological magnification is a process where slow accumulation of these toxins, pollutants into the system of either into a biological system leads to a bigger problem later on. So I don't want to confuse too many concepts in a short. So I will take one by one. So one is I told you through the food chain. How through the food chain biological magnification also occurs. Okay, the soil is polluted from industries. Some nitrogenous chemicals are being bought, or some benzene derivatives are getting into seepage. Some sort of various mercury pollutants. See, mercury is a very serious thing which we fail to even notice. We fail to, because most of the very big things are being getting noticed in the media, but smaller things get little attention. So mercury pollution is one of the more. Cadmium pollution, I mean, your batteries, lithium, everything is a form of a pollution. See, don't throw away. That's what we say, recycle. See, anything new, any technology has its ecological impact, negative impact. So we should be very careful in introducing. People were very happy telling me, oh, now battery cars have come, electrical car vehicles have come, scooters are going in what you call electric driven scooters. I told them this has got a more very dangerous future pollution problem than now with gases. At least gases are absorbed by plants and mostly neutralized by the trees, whereas these lithium or cadmium straight away will go to the kidneys. Nothing is there on earth which prevents the lithium or heavy metals going and affecting the kidneys of human beings. Okay, so through the food chain, what happens? That's a seepage. That seepage is taken by the grasses, fodder grasses that is meant for cattle, right? So apart from this cattle fodder, you have crops. Some farmer, a hardworking farmer in his khet, what happens? He is growing rice, he is growing wheat, whatever, or ragi or whatever. So right. So this ragi is also taking these pollutants micro levels through the water, rainwater, as well as your regular watering of the fields that goes into the rice crop also. This fodder also takes it. What happens? A man is taking rice. He directly gets the paddy has seeds. Seeds are one of the most. I don't think seeds are only for sowing out. The plant is a very intelligent thing. Whatever the first opportunity thing, every human being has that. The first opportunity, they will try to eliminate what is not necessary. So seed is one of the things that goes out. So most of the pollutants will be thrown out through the seeds. They will not retain it in their system. Your plant is so intelligent, like everyone. So what it does, it just throws off all the pollutants through the seeds as a major source of elimination. Okay, right. It goes to the food, and we are not aware of what are the chemicals. Apart from that, pesticides are also thrown into the agricultural fields indiscriminately. Of course, these pesticides have that effect on the nervous system of the insects as well as everyone. So they are toxic, definitely. So these toxins are also taken into the system of the plants, rice, let's say paddy. So that has gone in. So pesticides have gone in, and also what do you call your pollution from the industries have gone in through the soil, leaching. So what happens? It goes into the system. The rice paddy, Mr. Paddy A. Let's put the paddy plant A. What is so intelligent? It's one with the nature. First opportunity, it will throw the thing into the rice. So all the pesticides are thrown out. Whatever excess pesticides that are toxic to the plants are thrown out, and whatever what do you call industrial pollutants that are toxic are also thrown into the rice, paddy seeds, and we happily go home, may cook it. In the process of cooking, they get into chemical transformation also. System as toxic from unnoticed toxin source through the food source to the whomsoever individual consuming it. And how biological magnification plays a role in this food chain toxicity is very simple. Suppose one seed consumes 1 micro level of toxin per day, and it's taken into the seeds. Over a period of time, what happens? 100 goes into one system.
Sir,
So
voice
one
is
is
breaking.
going a toxin in a day. About in 10 days, it will have 10. Yeah, I'll adjust it. Plus, this is fine now.
Yeah, yes,
Doctor,
sir. Yeah.
Sorry about it. Yeah. So, as I told you. So what happens? Over a period of time, what happens? This is taken by cow for 10 days. One day a cow takes about, say, fodder, which is worth about 10 grams. Suppose, let's say an example. It takes 10 grams for what you call breakfast, and 20 grams for what you call lunch, and another 20 grams for dinner. So about 50 grams of what you call fodder is taken in case. For an example, if I take a quantum, if I have to quantify. So what this is just an example, right? To drive home the point. What happens over a week? How much of toxin should have gone into the system? See, that's what. So over a period of time, the ecosystem gets accumulated with more and more of toxins. Ultimately, that is again going through. I told you, cow is also intelligent, like a plant. What happens? It will throw it through the milk. Is one of the best sources for the cow to throw it out. Whatever the system of the cow is so intelligent. It has got liver, cytochrome P450 system. So many systems are there. Nature has endowed us with so much of toxicity, detoxifying systems. We are surpassing their capacity. That's why we are in trouble today. So this cow will definitely throw out. It will not retain. The system of the cow, the cell in every cell in the cow will try to throw this junk out through milk. One of the routes is milk. Of course, urine and other dung also gets this pollution. This dung is again put into the agricultural fields, a contaminated dung. I mean, again, that goes into the soil as manure. So this is how we are spoiling our system, magnifying it many more times in such a way that when it ultimately reaches a human being or the consumer, for that matter, every being is a consumer. So it just goes in alarming levels. So this is how a terrestrial system goes. Terrestrial pollution has a very adverse impact on the ecosystem and the food chain. As I told you, I would like to concentrate some of my time on the next segment, where we will talk about the harmful impact of various pollutants a little bit, and here and there, so that we have an awareness. When you, at the end of my talk, we all have some awareness of it. As I told you, please don't treat it as a lecture. Yes, your talk, your friendly talk. But I want everyone to see the idea of these lectures and the initiative. Taken by this gentleman, Dr. Kishore, is that the system is gone. It's dead, almost dead. Yeah, now you revive it, or your generation, your future generation, as your granddaughter, your daughter, they don't have anything. If you are young to just to have a daughter, please think of them. If you are young to have a granddaughter, please think of the generation. They have no good water. They don't have good soil. They don't have good air. See, where do they go and live? How do they live like a human being then? There will be genetic mutations which will definitely put on the quality of the humanness in them, that the quality of life. Everything is gone. Most of us know today. See, most of us are having health insurance, unlike the past, because everyone is sure that they'll be in soup somewhere or other in some way. So, my segment, I'll just migrate to the next segment slowly. So, what happens? With a specific pollutant and a specific disease? Okay, let me talk about that, because we are talking about the health impact, adverse health impact also in our.
Voice muted అయింది.
Very much terrestrial. Heavy metal pollution, we are the sources. Mostly, it's muted.
Now it is fine. Now it is fine. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, the terrorist, as I told you, I would like to take batteries. Heavy metal pollution sources are human beings. We have a habit of throwing out anything that which is not needed, right? So if you finish off your battery in your cell phone, what we do, we don't have any system that will take the batteries, what do you call, in a ecologically compatible way into the recycling pattern. So what I am trying to tell you is, see, we are the main source of what do you call heavy metal pollution apart from industries. We are to blame for that. So we have 4 phones for four human beings, or 10 phones. We have 2 phones each. We have sometimes have 2 phones, right? We are into business. We are into various activities. We need phones. We need mobiles. What happens? Everyone has at least 2 mobiles. Everyone has at least 1 mobile in the family. So at least a family has 4 mobiles. So 4 mobiles, batteries are over. You discard it, and some fellow collects it as dry waste or wet waste only. He does not know heavy metal waste or anything. So he collects it as dry waste, and ultimately goes into what he call the junkyard, throws it away, and that junkyard will be again distributed somewhere else, and again that metal will stay. Of course, over a period of time, the battery will leak. We all know. If you have a battery for a long time in your system, once it is gone, that will definitely. So
Voice is breaking, sir, again. Yeah.
Into the soil. See, I'm talking about cell phone factories which are small. We have way. I'm just adjusting everything. It's fine now.
Yeah, it is okay now. Yeah.
Okay. So what I am trying to, okay, I'll just continue. So this is how it is happening. So we just dump indiscriminately. We just dump the heavy metals from our side. So modern usage. So there are, apart from that, we have heavy car batteries which are supposed to be recycled. They try to use it. In spite of that, after that, over a period of time, they also become junk. They are thrown out. They are just thrown out. No recycling process for this yet in India. At least I can tell you. For heavy metals, there are no proper, recycling facilities that are happening in India. So what I am trying to tell you is, this is one type of pollution. Again, heavy metals from industries also. Various chromium industries are there. Everywhere. I don't want to go into one. Every zinc is another metal which is going from the industries. It's a copper. Everything is getting leased as a waste. and else somewhere else. I know every heavy metal straight away goes to your kidneys. So kidney is the one which takes the burnt of heavy metals. Okay. Then what about pesticides? Pesticides goes to the liver first. Okay, straight away heavy metals go to the kidney, whereas the pesticides first go to the liver first. That's a cytochrome P450 system in our body. But nature has bestowed us the best detoxifying mechanisms. The liver struggles with it. Okay, it is loaded. So all the pesticides are getting degraded there. Then the remaining goes to the kidney. And what happens, when liver is loaded, the kidney takes the load. The load goes to kidney. When liver and kidney again they are loaded, the entire load goes to the skin, which is seen as manifestations, eczema and various skin rashes. All other manifestation come from the what you call the damaged liver and damaged kidney. Ultimately goes to the skin. When the skin is so, there are three major routes of elimination. One is the liver, and the other one is the kidney, and the third one is the skin. So when these three are overloaded, what happens? That goes to minor roots. Minor roots includes hair, nails. Okay, so the human, what do you call, semen, egg, everywhere. I told you our system is so intelligent. Whichever goes out, the pollution will be also thrown out along with it. So the body says only my safety. So whatever goes out is not the body's what do you call? It is not responsibility. So every cell tries to throw out. So major routes of elimination we talked about, that is when liver is overloaded, already overloaded with so many other things also. Liver is loaded with food problems. Through the ecosystem, the ecological magnification, biological magnification, and ecological what you call food chain, already the gut is taking so much of toxins, and the first thing that gets the load is liver. I told you in the gastrointestinal system, first thing that takes the load is the liver. Already our liver is loaded with these various pollutions and ecosystem sources. So already you add more and more, that liver is loaded, so it gets sluggish. You have in modern times, which was not at all seen in the earlier days, non-alcoholic liver fatty liver disease. See, we know alcoholic fatty liver syndrome, which is causing so many other problems, including liver cancer, all those things. Now, in the modern day, we have a new disease called non-alcoholic fatty liver syndrome, which is magnified and amplified. Apart from these pollutants, our lifestyle also, a sedentary lifestyle, sans any physical work. So this magnifies the problem in the liver. And what happens next? It goes. I told you most of we know renal problems are very common today. Renal problems, including diabetes and chronic kidney diseases, where it mandates replacement of the kidney, kidney transplantation, rejection, all those things we know. And of course, the skin is most, the most beautiful mechanism for what you call removal of toxins. We fail to understand that we need not load it if you have enough perspiration. Perspiration is a wonderful mechanism nature has given us, which actually throws out every load that has been excess load. If you have enough physical work, not workout. Please understand, workout is just a muscle building exercise. We should have a meaningful perspiration. For example, the person working in the field, he perspires more, he eliminates most of the toxins very easily. One who is able to natural perspiration comes by natural workflow. For example, I am eating my food, after which I wash my plates. So it's a natural workflow. These are minimum things that will cause, there's one more enzyme called lactate dehydrogenase. Okay, that's one that works in the muscles, that helps in what you call, the muscle metabolism is so beautiful. And, this helps in your sugar metabolism also. I don't want to deviate into that. So physical work with perspiration of the bow. Though, as in the Bible, they said the man has to work through his bow, sweat through the bow for his food, isn't it? So like that, if you perspire, so that skin can be, or a skin can do wonderful job. So, and the skin is also overloaded because of what do you call sedentary lifestyle and all. What happens? So the skin takes the manifestations, rashes and all other things, eczema and various skin infections that are secondary infections. When you have you don't think only skin infection will be there, nothing else will have. Once you have a scope for one problem, another bacteria comes and settles there. Fungal infection settles there. So what happens? You have a series of problems, one after the other, amplification, complication of an existing problem. There's a skin rash, that fellow scratches, there's a what you call scope for infection, epidermal infection from fungi, virus, bacteria, staphylococci. Then again, whatsoever, I would go to your doctor and finish it off. No, that's again a man is there. What happens? You have indiscriminate antibiotic therapy, which has resulted in a thing called antibiotic resistance. One bacteria was effective. You need more and more complicated antibiotics, more powerful antibiotics, more powerful dosage. So that will ultimately, what happens again, go to the kidney, that excess antibiotic, excess what you call chemical medicines, whatever you take, goes to liver, again goes to kidney.
I think there was a telecommunication discussion. Speaker will come back again, and there is meanwhile a question from.
Hello.
Yeah, come back. Yeah, you came back, sir. Please continue, sir.
Yeah, please. Yeah. So, thank you. So this is how again the bacteria is more powerful today, more powerful than what it was 40 years, 50 years back when penicillin was brought to the market. So again, we have problem on a problem, amplified problems. So the health industry is struggling today. How to we had COVID, we could not manage it. The entire world was stunned. So we have more problems, and we are supposed to stop this what do you call we our contribution. See, where we can stop them is you minimize the contribution from our side. I have a question from somebody, so I don't want to stop that. Please,
Yeah.
Dr. Kishore, yeah.
Yes, sir. Now there is a question from one of the learned scholars who keeps participating in our sessions, Sudhakar Reddy Garu. He also spoke in previous session. His question is circular bioeconomy not a solution? That is by reducing the waste in the cycle and then recycling with conversion of waste into resource. What's your comment?
Sir, this is wonderful. See, bioremediation and this cycling is the only solution for the present day pollution, sir. Because you cannot stop xenobiotics. See, there's one concept called xenobiotics, that unknown pollutants are brought by modern technology. There are some, polymers, plastics, everything that are new to the nature, right? So unless you reduce this what do you call there's no chance of chance of reducing the use, because the world needs more, and in spite of awareness programs, the plastic reduction programs, we are not able to do it effectively. So one thing, the best thing is cycling. What he said is fantastic. So bioremediation is another one. Now they are trying to do bioremediation using the microbes. They are trying to do this cycling is the best way. Now microbes and other algae, fungi, they are also being employed to do this, sir. Yes, sir. That's a wonderful point. That's the need of the hour.
Sudhakar sir, you can add to this question and then conclude this. Please unmute Sudhakar Reddy Garu.
Mostly these days, when we all think soil health is plant health, so naturally it leads to the human health or the animal health. The question is arising now: soil is getting eroded in most of the places. Added to that, the runoff from onshore rains, untimely rains, and excess rains. So both are causing damage to the environment. Is created. How you are losing your gut imbalance inside you. the system in the fields also, they are losing their soil biology, the deterioration of soil biology.
That's wonderful, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Sudhakar Reddy garu, and thank you, Ramanan sir. And any other questions team has? And there may be some announcements from our team to look at the channels of social networks that KhetiValah has. Please bring it up. We have a few minutes to have question answers now. Some more questions, feel free to unmute and ask directly. All of you
May
can.
I ask, please? May I ask? No?
Yes, sir.
I
Please
don't know.
continue. Yes, sir. Please ask.
Now, in the days to come, the climate is going to play havoc. Besides all these ecological where the major impact is can be seen through biological circular economy. That means instead of even in the case biochar, which is helping the called mitigation of climate change.
Yeah, I would like to restate. Sudhakar Reddy garu is pointing to biochar as a potential solution to the problem, as a mitigation solution to the pollution issue. Biochar as a solution.
Yes, sir. No doubt about it. It's see, we need more. See, we need to have agro technology, especially for pollution. So, see, it was in 1974. We are proud to know that it's not
Anyway,
imported by
I
Westerners,
don't
but
know if
it's
it's in my phone or in the system. Hello, am I audible, please?
Yeah, now you are
Or,
clear.
yes, sir. You are audible.
or somebody is giving you a chance to speak. Or no, let me finish if I'm considered to speak. You see, now the biochar's role today is to be seen in light of the climate change. And biochar can be used as a sequestration. It will take 30% of climate change effects through the sequestration of carbon dioxide, you see, from the atmosphere directly, as well as when it goes inside incorporated into the soil, it will also reduce the emission of these gases. Both ways, the biochar will. So, and then consequentially, see the carbon dioxide hidden in the soil also can be used, conserved for other purposes, local purposes, like for welding or other carbon dioxide usage purposes. So many things, you see, can be seen to be rather done and believed. So therefore, please consider biochar in light of agriculture. And in terms of circular bioeconomy, if all the wastages are minimized at a local level, as in the food chain, especially when you think of eating a fruit, even
Reddy garu, we lost your voice. Continue. Sudhakar Reddy garu. I think there is a network outage there, and we'll wait for it. And meanwhile, team, just see Siddhant and
see now.
yes, sir.
So that's where I'm giving emphasis in most of the national and international seminars. Even in the biochar, we don't want to leave the smoke that is emanating from the biochar to go and vitiate the atmosphere. We are recycling in such a fashion that the smoke is converted into the liquid, and such a liquid is utilized for preserving these fish or any other animal things. So that is the advantage you can see in the biocircular economy. So I've been given chance in the national, international seminars where NIC Professor Moni, likes me, and then he gives me number of times the chances to speak on such subjects. I think I must have spoken 3 or 4 times. But coming to the point, the biocircular economy and the biochar combinedly or singularly be given an opportunity to play their respective roles and see to it that the whole universe gets benefit out of these things. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Reddy Garu, and that's a good insight. Let me summarize that biochar is a mitigation strategy in the circular economy, especially for agriculture, and it will help in mitigating 30% of the problem. And also the carbon dioxide that is inherently there in the soil can also be optimally utilized, thereby the more effective usage will happen. Good, and we'll continue to see some more. Yes, Lakshmi Narsai Garu, you have any questions or comments, points to give? Unmute, please. Yes, yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening to Dr. Kishore. And I see it's really a good program what you are organizing, Dr. Kishore. The content, whatever is handled by Dr. Ramani, is very well received. I think most of the people are happy for the inputs given about the pollution control. So my point here is, as we discussed, you wanted me to take some thing on the FPO formation and the interest of the group. With your permission, I have shared my number also. If any people wanted to get on the FPO, they can either get back to you or to me.
Sure.
So
sure.
that we can take it up.
We will have a focused topic on farmer producing organizations given by you, a speech by you. We'll organize, sir.
Yeah, we can take it up at that time. I just put a message in the chat box also with your permission.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, team, you have any questions? Please feel free to unmute and ask. This is the opportunity. We have a few more minutes. Meanwhile, organizers, if you have any KhetiValah related announcements or links that all attendees needs to go through, please do that. It's 7:53. Another 3-4 minutes, we will conclude. We are doing good in terms of time. We will conclude before 8 p.m.
Can I just answer the question? I just saw the question from Mr. Gupta.
Yeah, please carry on, sir. Please ask.
See, FPO basically, it is something, an extension of a farmer from a family to a company. Earlier, it was done by a family and it had many problems. The way government is conceiving is to establish the same concept in a wider participation. You'll have more number of members. There will be a hand-holding from the government also. The reasons for failure has been already analyzed and it is there with the government. And they want to promote 10,000 FPOs. During the last 2 years, they have already established 25% of the target. And we have a huge opportunity for the farmers to get into this and exploit the opportunities available. Thanks to the present government, I don't want to name it central or state. It is progressing very well. And there are a lot of opportunities, consultancies, subsidies, research, all these things are available. As far as the millets are concerned, there is a big opportunity created in Hyderabad. And the people who are interested in getting into the production of millets, they have a very big opportunity. And it will be compiled at Hyderabad and it will be distributed throughout South India. There is a millet center which is approved by the government of India as a millet production facility. and it got so many subsidies for the people who are working on production of the millets. They can take advantage of it. But I will take offline with Mr. Gupta further if you got any questions.
Thank you. And Mr. Gupta, if you want to talk, please feel free, unmute Gupta ji.
Hi, sir.
Okay. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice meeting, sir. Good going on. After a long time, I'm seeing here today. So, KV Dialogues with KhetiValah is very good.
Thank
Good
you very
session.
Venkatesham Gupta, sir. So, what is your area of interest and how today's topic has been supportive, and have you faced challenges due to
I attended
pollution?
after saying let's do the group. So, I joined this today.
Yeah. Have you faced any challenges due to pollution in agriculture or in cattle
Yeah,
or human
compulsory.
beings? Yeah.
Yeah. Because comparing with the rice and all, we should have depth coverage. Example, we're taking about Delhi. Because of that snowfall, everybody says snowfall. It is a purely we created disturbance with pollution. Some of the accidents have been happened. We produced a film also on this some same issue of this smog created accident. Some hundreds of people have been died in Delhi, and even in Hyderabad also it happened from districts. When the industry's pollution also. So Simba is a film name. We have contributed one electrical vehicle into that go green activity and tree plantation activity we have done.
Okay.
I'll send you the link.
Yes. When it comes to Delhi, I think everyone has the memory of not recent past, the stubble burning and then cause of a lot of pollution, which in fact made visibility very poor, and government has taken measures to identify the source, and that is farmers are burning the stubble. And Sudhakar Reddy Garu kept in his another message when he spoke, government can intervene and then take stock of all the stubble and convert into biochar. Therefore, instead of farmer worrying about burning it, that is one solution.
Yeah, we should spoon feed. It should be a cut and paste ideas where these projects can be initiated from KhetiValah. If you make some plug and play project reports for this different kind of activities, it will be very good. My suggestion, because people are ready to implement, but they don't know ABCD. If you give an opportunity, separate projects like this, plug and play projects, or pan India, they can come to your place. You can have one park, one hub, place kind of it.
Yes, you are right. And as we mentioned in previous sessions, that KhetiValah is already establishing one KhetiKendra in Tumakuru University. 10 acres area is allocated. And so
Very good.
slowly this kind of things are shaping as we speak, sir.
Sure. Good, sir.
Any other questions from team? Feel free. This is we have let's say last minute to raise any interesting questions. I'm just browsing through some of the comments, questions. Carbon dioxide. Okay. I think this is good. Sudhakar Reddy Garu has written, what type of pollution requires which method of solution? Do you consider biochar is important component to mitigate the climate change by sequestering carbon dioxide from atmosphere and stop reducing the methane?
Any CSR activities going on from KhetiValah, sir?
We would get back to you because we need to talk to you one-on-one, because in this program I don't have answer for that, but we'll get back to you. Thank you.
So, I want to tell the gentleman who spoke, they do not know head and tail of things, and a wild statement. In fact, we are arranging a public presentation with Chief Minister shortly in another month. And we want to bring to the fold, that 45 lakh acres of cotton and then red gram fields, stacks can be used. The wastage can be converted into biochar. And as a pilot model, you see, where we are shown in one of the farmer field, and that pilot model can be scaled up as well as upgraded for the quality of the biochar, which, as you might be right in saying, in some of the places, biochar is not being manufactured as it should be, because the pyrolysis should not have the oxygen present in the manufacture of biochar. That is unfortunate situation. Many people do not know. We are trying to avoid the smoke as well as prevent the smoke, or if this smoke is incidental, we are using the same smoke for collecting and then using for preserving or as a preservative for fish or other sort of fields where for fruits or anything like that. So we have to go into all these aspects, see, one after the other. Once the basic process of biochar through pyrolysis, where perhaps he's right, in some of the people are using the oxygen entry should be avoided in the biochar. So if the oxygen entry is avoided, it will become pure, and then it will have more capacity to absorb carbon dioxide from the earth. So if the soil is not, biochar is not made properly, since its shelf life is 100 to 1,000 years, anything good contemplated from out of biochar will become bad when biochar is not done properly. He is right in that respect. So please keep all these factors in mind. When the basic input is wrong, all other factors and factorial effects will lead to the catastrophe. Yes, with this I end. And tell the people if they have any doubts, they can talk to me. My number is 99590-61616. My name is Sudhakar Reddy. I repeat again, 99590-61616. See, I am a speaker or the member, active member in Biochar group, where even today I gave the last aspect of how the last wastage in the biochar coming as smoke can be taken advantage with my views as gathered from the international study reports. And so one after the other, we'll try to overcome all these. Things cannot happen just like that overnight. There are problems we'll try to overcome and see to it FPOs coming into the fore. So all the products also will come into the fore with the help of these FPOs, and jointly we can go forward. Thank you very much. Upscaling and upgrading of the products will take place. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudhakar Reddy Garu, and thanks everyone for participation.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Venkatesham. Thank you, Reddy Garu, and Ramanan sir for giving wonderful talk, and a small token of appreciation from all of us, all the attendees and KhetiValah group for you. And
thank you very much, sir.
Really,
really fantastic, sir. Fantastic. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Really. And, sir, we will see if there are any more questions, and we'll complete. Organizers, just check everything and then do the needful. Thank you very much, everyone, especially the speaker of the day, for taking time and interacting with us. And you have generated interest amongst the attendees, and discussion happened as it should happen. And that's why it is called dialogue. So we continue to do more KhetiValah dialogues to bring up these problems to the focus of people to start moving towards solution. That's the ultimate goal of all of us.
Please present your link, sir.
Sure, sir. I think it is being streamed, live streamed, if I'm not.
A number of them are pending. Sorry, kindly present them wherever they are not presented so far, so that they'll be more useful for the non-attendees. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Organizers, would anybody confirm now this is streamed live or not? Because one of the previous sessions we mentioned it is live streamed. And this is being recorded, I'm sure. And If it is also live streamed, it can be informed to team so that they can check that. Thank you very much.
Sir, this one is just recorded.
Okay, fine, no problem. We will
Yes.
make it available as Sudhakar Reddy Garu is suggesting that all the previous sessions also make them available as soon as possible. Thank you.
Sure, sir, we'll do it as soon as possible.
Okay, Siddhant, you can make a concluding comment and then stop the recording.
Sure, sir, sure. So thank you so much everyone for joining and for participating in today's webinar. Your engagement is vital as we work together to address environmental changes. Let's turn today's insight into action for healthier planet. Concluding regards and take care. Thank you. Thank you so much everyone for joining. With this note, I end this session and have a nice evening ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.